Welcome back to Gospel Kanji. I'm your host, Kent Sisco. When God warned the Magi in a dream not to return to Herod, God was protecting the Christ child. And a byproduct of that warning is this story itself. That moment, the warning, I believe was preserved in the written language of the Far East. Matthew tells us that after visiting the Christ child, the Magi were warned by God in a dream not to go back to Herod. For these wise men who had just witnessed a miracle, this was no small event. They had seen the Christ child, who they would later learn was the Word made flesh, the living expression of God himself, John 1:1 and John 1:14. The same God who guided them by a star now guided them again through a warning in a dream. The word for warning in Japanese is isa.meru. It's formed from two parts, word and east. Together, they create the character for warning. It truly is a remarkable combination because this very word describes an extremely important event in the life of the Magi. They were men from the east who saw the Christ child, the Word made flesh, and were warned by God. Mic drop. We could end this episode right here. Through this single character, though, their message still speaks. Just as Isaiah 60, verse 6 foretold, they will bring good news of the praises of the Lord. Because they recorded this warning, word and east together, it still tells their story. We were the ones from the east that received a warning. We experienced that event in history. We saw the Christ child, the Word made flesh. We were there. The Magi understood that as soon as they recorded that event, it would remain a warning for generations to come. This character stands as a seal, a silent witness of that real historical event. And now that kanji speaks to their countrymen and to us in the form of a related warning. Take heed to the good news we brought home. The word has come to the Far East. Please pay attention. Do not overlook the clues hidden in this written language. The kanji for warning is twofold. First, it reminds us of God protecting the Christ child, the Word made flesh. Second, it's a written record of the event embedded in the Far East, hidden within characters waiting to be rediscovered, among many others. Paul writes in Romans 10:18, their voice has gone out into all the earth, their words to the ends of the world. The Magi's kanji for warning is a fragment of that voice, a tangible piece of the gospel's journey to the ends of the earth. When we see the character for warning, we're not just reading a word that means to warn, we're reading history. It's a living record of the Magi's obedience, a seal showing how that obedience preserved both the life of Jesus, the Word made flesh, and the written language that still points back to that moment. Every time this character is written, it bears witness that the Word of God has reached the ends of the earth, and it gently warns the Far East. Do not lose sight of the hidden message in the kanji pointing back to the gospel. This is Gospel Kanji. See you next time.